This was the real Santa Claus, Saint Nicholas the Wonderworker, Archbishop of Myra, who died in 345 AD. Because of the fact that he was helping the poor and giving as much as he could, he had the fame of giving gifts to people, helping the poor, and he helps us even today. This is one of two videos. The second video has to do with 10 of his miracle working icons that work miracles even today. Now this was his life. Our beloved Holy Father Nicholas, St. Nicholas the Wonderworker, along with St. George, and second to the All-Holy Mother of God, Theotokos, probably the best-loved saint of the Church. His numberless miracles through the ages on behalf of the countless Christians who have called on him cannot be told. There's so many miracles. He was born in Lycia in Asia Minor, around the end of the 3rd century, to pious Christian parents. His love of virtue and his zeal for observing the canons of the Church were evident from his infancy, when he would abstain from his mother's breast milk every Wednesday and Friday until the evening. From early youth he was inclined to solitude and silence. In fact, not a single written or spoken word of the saint has come down to us. Though ordained as a priest by his uncle, Archbishop Nicholas, he attempted to withdraw to a hermit's life in the Holy Land. Then he was told by revelation that he was to return home to serve the Church publicly and be the salvation of many souls. When his parents died, he gave away all of his inheritance to the needy, and thereafter almsgiving was his greatest glory. He always took particular care with his charity to be done in secret. Perhaps the most famous story of his open-handedness concerns a debt-ridden man who had no money to provide dowries for his daughters, or even to support them, and in despair had resolved to give them into prostitution. On 3 successive nights, the saint threw a bag of gold into the window of the man's house, saving him and his daughters from the sin and hopelessness. The man searched relentlessly to find and thank his benefactor. When at last he discovered that it was Nicholas, the saint made him promise not to reveal the good deed until after he had died. This story may be the thin thread that connects the saint with the modern-day Santa Claus. St. Nicholas in Germany is called Nikolaus, and Claus for short for Nicholas. Now God honored his faithfulness by granting him unparalleled gifts of healing and wonder-working. Several times he calmed storms by his prayers and saved the ships that he was sailing in. Through the centuries, he's often done the same for sailors who call out to him, and is considered the patron of sailors and all who go to sea. He was elected Bishop of Myra not long before the great persecutions under Diocletian and Maximinian, about 305 AD, and was put in prison, for which he continued to encourage his flock in the faith. When the Arian heresy racked the Church not long after Constantine came to the throne, St. Nicholas was one of the 318 bishops who gathered in the first synod in Nicaea in 325 AD. There he was so incensed at the blasphemies of Arius that he struck him on the face. This put the other bishops in a quandary, since the canons require that any hierarch who strikes anyone must be deposed. Sadly, they prepared to depose the Holy Nicholas, but in the night the Lord Jesus and the Most Holy Mother of God, Theotokos, appeared to them, telling them that the saint had acted solely out of love for truth, not from hatred or passion, and that they should not act against him. While still in the flesh, he sometimes miraculously appeared in distant places to save the lives of the faithful. He once saved the city of Myra from famine by appearing to the captain of a ship full of grain, telling him to take his cargo to the city. He appeared in a dream to Constantine to intercede for the lives of 3 Roman officers who had been falsely condemned, and 3 grateful soldiers later became monks. These 3 grateful soldiers became monks. The holy bishop reposed in peace around 345 AD. His holy relics were placed in a church built in his honor in Myra, where they were venerated by throngs of pilgrims every year. In 1087, after Myra was conquered by the Saracens, the saint's relics were translated to Bari in southern Italy, where they are venerated today. Every year, quantities of fragrant myrrh are gathered from the casket containing his holy relics. on the day of his feast. And today is the feast of St. Nicholas, the Wonderworker, and it's celebrated annually every December 6th. Kindly support my Patreon account, since that's the only way I can continue what you like seeing on this channel. Thank you. You'll find it in the description box below.